What's going on? This is Vincent. This is one of my many videos that I see myself making in the future. Um, I'm here because I'm talking about a journey, if you want to call it, uh, of tinnitus or tinnitus, however people say it. I think everybody's just wrong, no matter who says it. It's been about 2 years that I've had it, and it is not pleasant. I hear people say that they complain about the stupidest things. Uh, but things are fixable. I mean, you can go in for surgery for certain things. You could do whatever's necessary for certain things, but this is unbearable. And I know that there's different levels of it. Some people have it really easy where they don't hear it all day long. And then it's kind of faint at night. And then there's people who have it like unbearable. It's all day long. Nothing masks the sound of it. Unfortunately, I happen to be one of those people. I cannot sleep at night at all. It's like 3 something in the morning. I haven't slept at all. I can't sleep. If I go to sleep, it's by playing some kind of Drake or Italian music or who knows what it is. And it's blasting in my room. So try to go to sleep when there's like a concert right next to your head. It's really tough. Speaking of concerts, it does this tinnitus does affect your life significantly. Luckily, I have some pretty cool friends, so they're accommodating when I get in the car. They turn the music down. My friends with stereos and heavy stereos in their car, they've been really pleasant about it, and they lower the volume for me. But concerts, music halls, bars, clubs, lounges, they're all useless to me now. I can't go to any of them. I actually went ice skating yesterday and I had to get off the ice after like 45 minutes, not because I was tired, because I couldn't stand how loud the speakers were, in fear of my tinnitus getting louder. The reason that I'm really making this video is because I had it that it was moderate, and then about 3 weeks ago, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just full-fledged, like crank the volume up both ears, can't focus, can't concentrate. I mean, it's really hard even just making this video right now because all I hear is just this sound that is just so loud. And it's like 4 sounds. It started off with 1 sound years ago, like 2 years ago when I first got it. And it was in my left ear. And then I noticed people were saying like I get it in my head. It's in this ear, it's in that ear, it's in both ears. I've only experienced it in my left ear at that time. And then one day I wake up and boom, both ears. So I figured, okay, well now it's in both ears, so here we go. And then it just constantly pushed itself and pushed itself and pushed itself, like it went further and further into my head, and now I hear it like right in the middle. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough with relationships. It's tough with a lot of things. I'm getting photo bombed here, guys. This is my little guy. Well, he's my big guy. He understands though, right? You understand, because you keep me up all night long anyways. It doesn't matter whether I had this or not, right? He's a good dude. See you later, Rocco. Good guy. Anyway, so I was just making this video because it is tough. I feel for every one of you. I feel for all the people that have it. It is not a fun thing. It's not even remotely, like, nobody wants to talk about it. And it's really hard because you go online and you go to watch these self-help videos on people that have it, people that have been dealing with it for years, and you figure, oh, maybe I just got it. It's a temporary thing. It'll last 2 weeks. Or I remember saying, okay, well, I've heard people that it lasts 3 months. So it was really tough going through all those months, and now it's been years, and I'm starting to realize that it is a part of me now, and I've been doing everything I have to do to take care of it, and it gets worse. It doesn't get easier. I haven't done any therapy. I went to the ENT. They checked me, and They said everything's perfect. I went to an audiologist and they checked my ears. They did the audio test, and they said for, being in my early 30s that I shouldn't even have hearing that's this good. So I have no hearing loss whatsoever. So just because they tell you that you have tinnitus, uh, doesn't mean you have hearing loss. That's number one. Number two, you can go to every single doctor. There is no cure for this. This is something that you have to cope with. And unfortunately, coping with it is not easy at all. It is not a, it takes a long time to habituate. Like even right now, it is just ringing so loud. And it's been 2 years already. And it's tough. I had to change my profession because of it. I went from a really, really, really good job, making really, decent money, wearing a suit all day long, to not doing that. Uh, going out with friends, things like that. I know I said it already, but it's like rhetorical. It takes away who you are. And the best thing that I can tell you to do is seek help on it. You gotta meet other people. You have to see that other people are dealing with this just like you are, because nobody's gonna help you like you think that they are. They're just gonna agree with you. They're gonna say, I've been there. They're not gonna give you a cure-all. There is no cure-all. I've taken pills for this stuff. They say try, not antidepressants. What are they called? Yeah, antidepressants. I'm not taking that. I don't believe in any kind of medication, because if you look at the side effects on those things, they're worse than the actual problem that you're trying to solve. Like if you look at what's a steroid? Prednisone. It's a steroid, and it's a corticosteroid. So it's just meant for inflammation. It's not for you bodybuilding guys. So don't even look at it like that. But it's meant for inflammation, and you take it and it's like, okay, it lowers inflammation. But if you look at the side effects, heart attack, stroke, blood clotting, all these crazy things just for one thing. So not to veer off topic here, but watch what you take. I've looked at a lot of over-the-counter stuff. You can go holistic. They sell like lipoflavonoids or flavonoids. A lot of people say like lemon, stuff like that. But again, you're not curing the problem, and I think that's what's wrong these days with like the American way of going about diseases and whatever. Is everybody wants a quick cure. Unfortunately, there is no quick cure to it. You're going and eating fast food 6, 7, 8 times a week, and that just might be one meal a day. What if you're doing it twice? Now you're doing it 16 times. So if you're eating 16 times a week, fast food and garbage, high saturated fat, high trans fat, all these things that are bad for you, and then all of a sudden you have heart disease, no wonder. You're not going to fix it immediately. So what I'm trying to say is you can try using all these over-the-counter things, but I got to be honest, not one person that I've ever known that has this problem has been successful with taking that stuff. It's pretty much just coping with it, having people around you that appreciate who you are as a person and respect you enough to lower the volume in the car, a support group. There's tinnitus foundations, there's associations, there's this forums about it. Go on, do your homework, but also watch out when you go on there, because you're going to see like miracle stories, and there's 2 of them out of 40,000 forum posts, and the other, however many there are, they're going to tell you, oh, I did this, oh, I did that, oh, I did this, and it just happened to be a one-off shot. It's not for everybody. And then also you're going to have to take into consideration the bad stories. I never thought that it could get worse than mine already was, and now it's at least 5 times louder than I've ever heard it before. So this is something that I am coping with at the moment, which is really tough. And I don't have a huge support group. Again, a handful of friends that know that I have it. because it's very hard to talk to with other people. I know that when you tell your family things like that they can't see, things that they can't hear, things that they can't actually feel, nobody believes you. And that's the tough part about something like this is nobody believes you. It's like, get over it, you'll be fine. Or, think about something else. Or, put your mind somewhere else. Like, I hear that every day, talking to people about it that don't have it or that have it really, really, really low. And that's the one that gets me, I guess, the angriest. And I'm not really an angry person. I'm pretty much very easygoing, copacetic. I like just hanging out. But it kind of gets me, got a little fire going when people are just like, don't worry about it. And it's like, I mean, I don't want to compare it to cancer. But just because somebody can't see that it's not there doesn't mean that it's not happening. And if there's anybody watching this that doesn't have it, and they have maybe a son or a daughter or a nephew or a niece or a parent, grandparent, the older you get, the usually is when it occurs more. But I have read many people. I mean, on one of the forums, there was an 8-year-old kid, and he takes it, and he started taking antidepressants. They started putting him on all this stuff, and it's ruining his nervous system. So not only does he maybe get like the littlest tiny bit of relief, which maybe 1 to 5%, but you're ruining his nervous system. Like nobody understands, and they'll just say, "Don't worry about it, get over it." So, like anger or anything else, sadness, it's when people give you crap, you're just gonna have to throw it out and not internalize it and make it into a big deal because it's just gonna make it worse. So anyway, that's my rant. This is just number one. I don't want to make it that everyone is not a positive one or a negative one, or however you want to see it. But this is just my first one, so forgive me if it's not what the other ones on YouTube look like. I've seen really good ones. I mean, I've watched hundreds of people talking about their tinnitus, and some of them, they're like edited videos, and they have people come in, they do documentaries. Sorry, guys, I don't have that. Do keep looking, though. Help yourself. That's the only way, because what works for me is not going to work for you. I hope it does, and we can get to that. But you can leave all the comments you want. I would love to start, a little forum going on here, a little just post after post after post of people dealing with their problem, how they made it better, just something that's open. Because a lot of these forums you have to sign up for, and some people don't want to sign up. We don't want to create a password. We don't want to create a username. We don't want to be labeled that we have this. We know we have it. We don't need to have like a secret identity going on with a website and whatnot. I don't mind. If anybody asks me, yes, I have it. Or if some music is too loud, I'm going to walk out. If the music is too loud and somebody's calling me like, hey man, I've got this thing going on, and my ears are ringing all the time, and I really don't want it to get worse because it's pretty bad as it is. They don't understand. If they don't understand, then you just leave. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no reason that you need to suffer because of somebody else's ignorance, or they're just not educated in what you're going through. So anyway, I'm Vinny. If you guys can leave anything on the bottom, maybe it's something you guys want me to talk about it. If you want me to leave make a personal video for somebody, any questions, whatever, throw it out there. I would really appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna try to go get some sleep. Good night, guys.